Hey, Jim. Well, I've been trying to make this 51 Oldsmobile a little bit better. And if you've been following along, I've overhauled these seats, I've fixed the broken shifter, tucked up a bunch of the ductwork that was hanging down, replaced some of it with vacuum cleaner hose, put in the old radio in the hole. So one thing that's always bugged me is, as you can see, there's no glove box. And I would really like for there to be a glove box. Look at this. That thing is cool. Heavy metal. Well, luckily, in the trunk of this car, I found the remains of the glove box body. And this is the way it goes in there. So it sits in there behind the door like this. And I need to restore this so I can put it back in. And my first thought was to remove this old felt, but it's really kind of structural at this point. So this hole here, I think, is where the light comes in. And this hole is so you have access to the screw that holds the radio in. I believe that's what that's for. So I think what I'm going to do, unless I change midstream here, but I think my approach is going to be to re-glue all of this loose fleece. Just get it all secured again, and any place where it's starting to pull up, glue it down really good. And that way I'll have a solid base. And then I've got a couple of choices here. I have regular fleece, and then I have a thicker felt. I think I'm going to go with this felt, but I'm not sure yet. And we're going to be switching to the actual interior color of the car. This is the only part of the car that didn't get updated with the maroon color. So I think, I'm just going to go ahead and clean this out and then glue down this stuff. So I pull it loose anywhere it's loose, and then I spray it lightly both sides with some 3M Super 77. And now I'm going to give it a few minutes to set up like contact cement, and then I will very carefully lay it up so it sits nice and tight like we've already done on this side. So this is glued down pretty good. There's one piece there I just had to redo. So, yeah, this side's pretty good. I did give it some consideration to reconstruct this whole, it's only kind of like fiberboard or cardboard or weird material. I thought about trying to remake this thing out of metal, and geez, it was just going to be a really huge project with all the different shapes and weird cuts and things. So here we are trying to make this work. So this plays like this. So I think what I'm going to start out with, I'm going to eventually put a reinforcement along where this is split here. Probably I'll glue on some fabric or something like that. And inside here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this thicker felt, and I'm going to cut a piece that will fit along this back wall here, and it will also run down the bottom and out this edge. So I'm going to basically cut a piece for this whole area here, and then this will be a separate piece. I'm going to use my insanely accurate 30-foot tape measure, and I'm going to determine the size from edge to edge, and I'm going to cut it pretty much right at that size. I don't think I'm going to need much extra on the width, but then I'm going to try and lay it in here and get an idea of how long all of this is, and then I'm going to add a few inches just because it's going to be hard to get it really good with this tape. Okay, that looks pretty good. So it's just laying in here right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold back just this back part and then apply some glue, my Super 77, to the back side of this and the inside of the box. And then I will lay this back down and get it glued down nice and perfectly here. And after that sets up, then I will peel this part back and start working it down on this side. That way I'll get much better alignment. So I've cleaned up, and as you can see, I reinforced this little joint here where the piece moves. And we've got the interior all nice and done now. So now I'm going to do this the wall and the ceiling. And I'll catch back up with you in a minute. Well, it could be prettier, but I think we're good to go. I'm going to cut these two holes out, and then this one for the radio, I've got a little plug thing for it that goes in there, and then I'm going to install it. Okay. Drum roll. Ta-da! We have a glove box. So now I have somewhere to put the registration papers. Hey, thanks for watching.